Alright, so getting started, up at the top of my head, I'm just going to section away from about crown points to ear points, isolating the front from the back on both sides. Then just very quickly giving the back a brush just to smoothen out any tangles. Then taking a butterfly clip and securing the front right where it is. I wasn't going to tuck it up and away, just hold it in place so that I can still see the front hair's length, so I could then decide on the shortness at the back. So here I am just gauging how short I want the length to be at the back. And then cutting along as though you were cutting on someone else's head. You're going to have your palm facing downwards and the top of your hand facing the ceiling. So looking away from the main mirror into a smaller mirror, you're then going to be able to see the back of your head and you'll be able to cut along. I mean, some people would still choose to probably do the ponytail or braid method, but this is just a method that I came up with and I'm absolutely confident with. Just too bad these scissors weren't that sharp, especially when I try to take it in the opposite direction just to meet my hair points halfway, but I wasn't having any luck with the opposite angle, so just wound up cutting in the same direction that I had been from the beginning, and that worked out quite well. But I would definitely recommend that you make sure that you use sharp enough scissors or strong enough scissors. So as you can see, I'm starting to get my desired length, which I'm happy with, just above the shoulders but quite far below the nape line. So just finishing up that last little chunk of hair that was almost too stubborn, but I managed to get it eventually. So at long last, now working on the front and cutting at a slope angle, not just necessarily straight down or straight across like I had been in the past for my Clark Griffin Eliza Taylor inspired hair. I'm definitely taking on a lot more of a slope now that I've got the length to work with, more or less. So if there's one thing I can definitely tell you that's more of a recommendation and suggestion, is cut off a little bit off at a time, because if you take off too big of a chunk, you'll end up regretting it if you've taken off too much and you can no longer work with a good enough length for the angle that you want. So forever just work with the little bits of pieces off at a time, and then if you want to take off a little bit more, take off a little bit more. But if you're happy with the desired length that you've now found with the first cut, then leave it at that. Also brush your hair over just so that you can really see where the line is going to lay, where the hair is going to fall, because hair does shift around, which manipulates the line. So just making sure that the angle is even more or less on both sides. I did happen to notice that the heavier side, my right side, was just a little bit lower than the left. So just going through and adjusting that where I can. Then taking a piece from the crown section at the back and just sorting out the split ends that are up there, seeing as the top half of my hair is a lot more prone to split ends because it is a lot finer up top than what it is down below. So taking off a little bit of hair off at a time, making adjustments where you need to. Always brush the hair over because the hair will shift around, manipulating the new cut line. But you also need to learn when to put the scissors down. So just tugging on the two sides of my hair, just angling up the line a little bit more, cleaning up the line some more, evening it out. Now I'm just playing around with the actual style itself, taking it behind my ear, scooping it all back, just seeing what else I can do with the new lob hair, seeing as that even though it is short, you can still make this hairstyle versatile. And just brushing it back in its original shape. No, that's not the word I was looking for. You know what I mean. So absolutely happy with this cut now. I also did choose to wash my hair, just for a genuine clean up and to see if my hair will lay any different with its natural texture, but as you can see it literally looks no different to how it did before I cut it, but that's alright, at least I got some clean hair. So I'm absolutely happy with the cut. The back I have all confidence in, but the front angle however I was new at that, and I'm definitely very happy with how it came out. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video and took some of the info with a grain of salt. Thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all from my future videos. Ciao!